Welcome back to 30 Days Martial Arts for Beginners. Today's class is about Taijutsu and we are on day 30. So get us some sweet gear, get us some clothing that you can move around in, and let's get started. Oh. All right, this is a little bit of a shorter class, at least I think so anyways. And so what is Taijutsu? Taijutsu is Japanese for body movement or body skills, body techniques. So basically all martial arts or kung fu has Taijutsu. It is techniques for moving your body, but it's also the way you move your body, which is what this class will be about. So what does that mean? Basically, it's how you move your body or moving your body in a certain way. So, for example, let's just start with a punch. I could just extend my arm out like this, or just extend my backhand out like this, but I'm not moving my body. Now, if you've watched my other videos, I talk a lot about Taijutsu without really going into the exact details, but this is just breaking it down a little more. So as I throw my arm, I extend my arm, I can also turn my heel, and I can also turn my hips and my shoulder, open my chest, extend my arm, just like this. So as I twist, and same thing with the back. As I twist my heel out, my hip turns, my body turns, and I extend and throw a punch. Okay, so that movement where I twist the body and use my body to extend with the extension of my punch, that is Taijutsu. So let's use a kick as an example. Now I can just take my back leg and then just kind of extend it and kick them really nice and lame, or I can throw my hips into it, throw my body into it, and twist and use my arms. So I can twist like a maybe Muay Thai style. So you use your arms, twist your hips, twist your body, and throw the kick at the very end, like a chain whip. So there's the kick, or there's using Taijutsu, which is that. Okay? It's extending while using your whole body. So that's using Taijutsu. And I would say in every single thing that you do in martial arts, you will use Taijutsu. So always remember that when you're doing techniques. Even if it's coming in for a sweep or throwing somebody. Okay, let's give this Bob a nice hip toss. So I can do this. I can stand here with Bob in my hand and just kind of pull here and kind of toss him with my upper body. Or I can get low, get my hip in there, get my hand up, and use leverage, use my strength of my lower body, use my use my twisting of my hips, and pop my hips up like you're supposed to, boom, and come down just like that. So that's another example of Taijutsu. Stay. All right. Now, so you can work with Taijutsu on everything, with your throwing your punches and strikes and kicks, twisting your body. Even if you're doing a front thrust, okay, you can just kind of use your leg like that, or you can get low, bring your knee up, press into them, and press your body. Use your forward momentum in your upper body. Okay. Now I'm just kind of making this up on the fly. So all your kicks, your front kicks, your round kicks, your side kicks. Okay, again, I can just kind of throw out a side kick. Okay, it's not going to do much. Okay, so instead of just throwing out, extending out the leg, bend that other leg, that ground leg, bend it, use your forward momentum of your upper body, and kick as you're leaning into it. That's another, again, just using your body. Same thing with spinning side kick. You're spinning your body and you're putting your whole momentum into it. All right, same with kicks. So now, instead of just martial arts, how can this apply to your everyday life? So everyday life applications would be, if you saw my joke at the very beginning, that was more of martial arts. You know, that was my martial arts joke where I'm like not using my body and extending and then pulling your back. So in everyday life, lifting heavy objects, okay, twisting and turning, reaching for things, reaching to hand somebody something, reaching to grab something. You want to use Taijutsu for your everyday life. So if we all know the lifting with your legs and not your back kind of thing. So if you're lifting something heavy, you're using your whole body, using your legs, your hips, getting low. Not lifting just with your back, but you're not lifting just with your arms. You're doing your whole body. Okay. Even if you're going down into the cupboards, go down with your knees, or even go down on a knee, go underneath the cupboard, that kind of thing. So, what else? You could, instead of just reaching for something like this, okay, step forward, bend down a little bit, and extend out that way. That way my lower back is nice and supported. So if you're reaching, or step, and these things are subconscious. It's so simple. The idea of just like, well, of course you can just step forward and kind of get your lower center of gravity, and you can, reach out. But as you get older, your body's a little more degrading. And so these things are stuff you've been doing your whole life. It's never been a problem. Then all of a sudden, one day, you go to grab something out of the back of a truck and you lift up and your back just goes out. Or you lifting something heavy in the garage, or you're working on your car and you're leaning over, and all of a sudden you don't realize it, but you pull something, and you wrench on something and you pull your back. So, and then you're flat on the ground, you can't move. So using Taijutsu, just using the knowledge and the awareness to start, and then just understanding that when you are starting to get a little more older, your body's aging, you can't just lift things out of the back of the truck with one arm like you used to, or buckets of 5-gallon jugs of water and just tossing them around. You have to be more mindful of your body, lower your center of gravity, stepping if needed, stepping and without reaching. So very simple stuff, but sometimes it can be pretty difficult to create new habits in your life. So it's healthier for your body, your back, your hips. So this will go for the rest of your life. You get even older, into elderly years, you need to be careful how you step and how you move and how you turn, because then you can trip or fall, or whatever. You don't step right, or it's slippery. Then you fall, break a hip. And so that is not good. So bending, so instead of bending forward like this, bend the knees, bending down, lifting up with the legs. reaching, instead of just reaching, stepping, lower center of gravity, or just step all the way, get down low. All right, nothing wrong with that. And then twisting, same thing. Instead of twisting, sometimes you, like I'm 42 now, I'm pretty limber. I keep myself very healthy and limber, but there was times where I would just, you'd be driving, or you would just, something grabs your attention and you look real quick with your head and your neck just kind of tweaks. And then you got a tweaked neck, and then you got a stiff neck for 3 days. So how is that taijutsu? It just, that part comes back to the awareness and the mindset, and just knowing, okay, just, you know, instead of looking real, I mean, it's good to do our practices and our exercises and our flexibility and yoga and stuff like that, and warm-ups and all those things, and you shouldn't really have a problem if you're doing all that. But sometimes you can't keep up with all that, and then you know, instead of just like whipping your head around, you just gotta act like Batman. So you just gotta like, what? Huh? And your whole body and your shoulders have to turn like they're one unit. Like that. That's the solution. Be like Batman. So yeah, just turn your whole body. Turn your whole body and get a nice little spinal twist as you're doing it. So that's taijutsu. Remember that, and comment below with any experiences you might have had throwing out your back and how you've helped make a difference in the future. So have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.